Hi, I'm Wade Kawasaki, and we're at the Petersen Automotive Museum in Los Angeles, California. Come join me as we check out their newly created exhibit, SUPERCARS. Behind me, a true supercar of the day, a 1913 Mercer Raceabout 35J. Now, back in the brass area, this car was the epitome of a gentleman's sports car. In fact, in that year, a variant of this very vehicle won the Indianapolis 500. This particular car was at one time owned by Phil Hill. Any exhibition that talks about supercars has to include a Duesenberg. And this Duesenberg SJ convertible with a Murphy body, well, it just epitomizes supercar back in the 30s. And supercars, I mean, it really has everything a supercar is supposed to have. It's got a centrifugally supercharged 7-liter inline 8-cylinder engines. It's got dual overhead camshafts with 4 valves per cylinder. This was the monster horsepower vehicle of its time. And of course, back then you'd buy the chassis and that great engine directly from Duesenberg and take that chassis to a coach builder like Murphy right here in Pasadena, California, and they would create the beautiful bodywork that created this truly supercar. Voluptuous is the only way to describe this 1956 Jaguar XKSS. Of course, these cars were styled after the D-Type Le Mans winning Jaguars of the period as their street and road car version. And this particular unit was driven all around Los Angeles by none other than Steve McQueen. Now, I have a special connection with this vehicle as well because the Project 7 Jaguar that I own is the modern interpretation to these D-Type Roadsters and XKSSs of the late 50s. Take a look at this 1967 Ford GT40 Series 3. This one was a mildly civilized and only mildly civilized version of the Le Mans winning 1967 GT40. Now, they built 7 of these for the street, 4 of them being left-hand drive. So this one, super rare, great car, and of course, just so low slung, right? They got the GT40 name because the highest point of the car was only 40 inches high. So really wonderful looking car, great aerodynamics, of course, a great history at Le Mans. And this one owned by the man himself, Bob Petersen. One of Bruce McLaren's dreams was to build a road car. Now, he'd experienced a great deal of success in racing as a race car constructor, but in 1969, he ventured out and created this M6GT road car. Now, it didn't meet with a great deal of success, and we had to wait till 1998 before we got the McLaren F1. But this gorgeous car behind me, I got to watch go up the hill climb at the 2016 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Any conversation about supercars has to include the 1987 RUF Yellowbird CTR. This car back in 1987 ran 211 miles an hour and was dubbed the fastest production car at that time. Now, when you buy a Yellowbird, you don't just buy a Porsche. You actually join a great fraternity with Alois and Estonia RUF. They do a great job of welcoming you into their family, and they build a phenomenal car. So I think it is so appropriate that Petersen Museum decided to start their showcase off with this beautiful Lamborghini Countach. I think every red-blooded, not only American, every red-blooded boy around the world had a poster of this on his bedroom wall. It was the epitome and style and grace and muscle and all of those things that were so important to us. Low slung, wide wheels and tires, huge ducts to duct cooling air into both the radiator and engine oil coolers, and that wing to add downforce at high speed. Well, that was just too sexy. Wonderful car, great way to start off our supercar exhibit. McLaren F1 LM-spec. This is absolutely, positively my favorite car of the entire exhibition. It is a car that I drooled over, that I dreamed of. This 1998 version is that LM-spec car with just all the exotic materials, gold and Kevlar and titanium and carbon fiber. This is when supercars got elevated to hypercars.